What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Getting into another reaction. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. We are getting into the new episode of Hell's Paradise, episode 5. This show has thoroughly went past my expectations thus far because I knew it was going to be good. I knew it was going to be pretty crazy, a little gory from the first episode. I was like, damn, this is a pretty crazy idea. But every episode since then has stepped it the fuck up in terms of like, you don't really know what the hell's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? In the third episode, we saw a lot of motherfuckers got rocked. A lot of people already killed off, and some that I didn't even expect. I think one that caught most people off guard was the red guy, that kind of looked like Renji, and he was apparently, supposed to be the, one that influenced everybody else, or he was like the top ranked out of the current, Simon. And he got rocked immediately. I mean, that shit was crazy. And there's some other people too, like not just the Simon, but some of the other criminals as well. Like that one guy that was about to get seduced by that woman that apparently is a cannibal. I was like, oh shit, there he goes. But nah, he's smarter than I thought, I guess, because he fucked her up. I mean, that shit was crazy. And then last episode, pretty much, we got a little bit of more info on what actually is going on this island, because thanks to Yuzahira, she actually did some research and some knowledge gathering right when she got here. She was like, all right, let's figure some shit out. And one of the other criminals she already took under her wing, basically, and kind of used to her advantage and disposal. She used him and tied him up to a tree and basically had all the, she tested all the creatures on him. She said the centipedes you don't really have to worry about. They're kind of scary, but you can pretty much ignore them. Same thing with the monsters. The only thing you really got to worry about is the butterflies, because that is what, if you get stung, you're fucked. Like, that's what's going to turn you into a fucking, flower rainbow corpse or whatever. So, that is good information to know, because I was saying, like, I think in the beginning of last episode, I was like, dude, if every fucking thing on this island has, like, the chance to infect you, like, you're gonna have to be on your fucking toes. Like, you cannot get injured at all, or maybe even touched. But sure enough, it's just the butterflies. But then again, also, we should also be careful on how much we trust that info that she told us, because she could be keeping some stuff back, or switched up a little bit of what the actual reality is of a certain thing or one of these creatures. Because sure enough, we saw, what's her name, Sagari, Gabimaru's Asaemon. She's passed out right now, and the other Asaemon, I think rank 5 or whatever, that one guy that has the voice actor the same as Deku, he's carrying her, and they're moving on to wherever they're going to keep on exploring. But she's passed out. So was that from just being around the butterflies, or was that from the centipede? Because there was a centipede that did like touch like her foot or maybe her leg or something. Unless it is just something as simple as like she was so like in utter shock and kind of in this state of like awe that she just passed out from being overwhelmed. That is also a possibility. Very simple, but we won't find out until we get into this. But we saw mainly that Yuzahira kind of linking up with Gabimaru, sharing that info and wanting to team up with them and pretty much create a larger group, so it's easier to traverse the island, and you have more people to rely on, basically. But you can be betrayed at any time, as she said, because they're both shinobi, but I think she's kind of lying a little bit. I think she just like has like a, she just kind of like heard about Gabimaru and it was like, yeah, that's what I'll be. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously she didn't know what she was talking about when it came to like her like story about like how she became a shinobi and shit. So she was obviously lying about that. So maybe Gabimaru inspired her in some way, but we'll have to see if that, information that she gave us was truly all correct, or, because obviously off of her vibe, her personality is all over the place, and also she doesn't, she can manipulate people pretty well, or at least most of the time. So maybe that info isn't as great as we thought, but, it's good to know for now. I'm sure most of it, like 90% of it is true. Maybe like one thing is false that she kept to herself or something. And then the other thing that we saw last episode was the blonde guy, and his Asaemon is actually his brother, which is really interesting. Asaemon, he went to the clan and worked his way up. It took him like only like a month to get like pretty good at it and like decent and infiltrate that clan. And then he was the one that became his brother's Asaemon, and learned about this opportunity of the elixir of life and being pardoned and shit. And he was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they got into their situation, and they're two brothers, and they rely on each other pretty pretty much solely just them. Like they have a very good duo-ship, and that you can just tell that just because of them being brothers, and also just how, you know, at first it looked like the older brother might, like, you know, he's because the younger brother was explaining how strong he is and, like, you know, what his strengths are, and he kind of ran once his younger brother got pulled by one of the monsters. Like his hair was getting pulled, and it looked like he was about to leave him behind, but like, nah, he trusted his younger brother to be able to take care of himself long enough for him to get a weapon and then come back and continue to, you know, fight and help him out. So they have very, very good trust in each other. Like, you know, they trust each other with their lives, which is cool to see, and that's going to be an amazing dynamic. And then the other group that we saw obviously was the tall dragon guy, Dragon Blade guy or whatever, and the rank 9 of Simon. They're together, just them two right now, and you know, they took care of that giant fucking thing pretty well, and they seem to be moving on. So these are the three main groups that we got, and then we also got the big fucking guy that took out Renji. So I don't know, man. We gonna have to see what else we get into, and if we find out any more clues or maybe some other like new stuff about the island, and also, you know, if any of these groups are gonna challenge each other, because it seems like we've kind of weeded out the weak and the people that can't, you know, hold their own, or they're not strong enough to take other people out. Like that was their goal. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get into the episode. I'm very excited. If you guys enjoy it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe for new, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. Episode 5, Hell's Paradise. Okay, alright, okay. We getting right into the opening. Wasting no fucking time, baby. I like it. Alright, let's go. Let's get into it. Oh, this is Sagari's father. She's dreaming. Yep. The samurai and the woman. Where are they at? Are they in like a cave? Butterflies scales. Okay, so yeah, it was the butterflies. Yeah, she's still one to like take things a little bit more serious than most people. I didn't even see Yuzihiro up there. He didn't see anything promising. Damn. Wow, why did he lie about that? Obviously he has an info about his chief, his village chief that literally is like immortal. So most of the flowers and plants are actually humans?
とにかくこんなみかんみたいなものは見当たらなかったな。それより考えるべきは像そのものです。石像、塑像を作る技術が島にあるのか、であれば誰が作ったのか、そもそもその人はここに住んでいるのか。
Interesting stuff.
人が住めるようには思えません。
生殖器？
はい、それが見当たらない。チンコないんだ。
Good way to put it, Yuzihiro.
別の生物がそのまま乗っかっていたり、なんと言えばいいか。
島も化け物もそんな感じで恐ろしいのですが間抜けです。
Yeah, they're terrifying but also stupid. Okay.
非現実的。神秘の権限としてはあまりにも人工的。得体が知れなくて解明の糸口も見えない。
Very little information to go on. That's what it seems like we are at the point of right now in this place.
内臓もなく生きる生物自体、不老不死の手がかりだな。
私たちがすでにどっかで死んでて、ここが本物のあの世じゃなきゃね。
それだけ。
Unless we're already dead. Wouldn't that be crazy? They're in like a simulation right now.
まずは化け物の生態を調べた方が良さそうです。
All right, good talk.
日暮れ、まだ島に着いてから1日経ってない。
That's true. I didn't even think about that. It was barely even been a full day.
さぎり、お主は船で本土に帰れ。今のお主では死ぬ。
Another one reminding her of her position as a woman. Like, bro, shut up.
果たすが武士の使命です。
刀は武士の心。お主はすでに山田家の心を失っている。
That's right, okay. Gabimon already broke her actual sword. Damn.
合戦では刀は使い捨て。その場で調達するからな。この島でお主は明確に力不足。
Okay.
女の
Keep talking that shit. It's beyond your limits as a woman, like, bro. Shut up.
センター。
派遣された侍のほとんどが帰らない島だ。
Eventually, she's gonna have to stand up for herself, though, because so many people are. More and more of them would keep on bringing it up, like, "Oh, you're a woman. You need to go back home. Like, there's no way you can do this." Okay, this was rank 10 of Simon. That's right. Okay, see, there's a couple people we haven't seen in a while. We don't know where this girl is. Yeah, this guy seems like a very positive, optimistic person. Yeah, I'll see you home. Don't worry, you won't. I'll talk to the Shogunate. Don't worry. Like, okay. Nah, that's a wreck ship, bro. What the fuck? It's probably the ship that they sent before. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you better go the other way. Bro, see, look. Right as Senta said that, like, is it gonna be that easy just to leave the island? See, that's what these two's plan was. They were just gonna leave. They're like, fuck it. Now you're out in the open water with no boat. Oh, what the fuck? This shit looks nasty as hell. Oh, good luck with that. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. What the fuck else is this shit? Monsters and insects that have human faces running around this island? Like, the hell? Oh, it's a guy. Okay, it's a boy. I didn't know that. Damn, okay, so he was a part of a tribe that went against the shogunate, like independent, like they wanted to live their own life, kind of like Native Americans. And we come running through the country like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Fucked up, dude. Oh shit, that's that one fucking Simon that was talking so much shit in episode 3, bro. Damn. That's wild, bro. He was like, yeah, I'm going home. I'm gonna go take a bath. Yeah. That didn't get you nowhere, bro. Looks like tentacles of like some sort of octopus or something. And like, bro, that thing's gotta be ginormous, whatever's below them. Giving up? Don't want to live no more? This is the conclusion he's come to? For some reason, we don't know the exact reason yet, but for some reason he seems to be shouldering the responsibility of his villagers and his grandpa dying. Why was it because of you, though? Damn, okay! He kinda like that, bro! Alright, this is Simon. This seems like this is Simon and Criminal Pair is the one that, you know, did the best together. Look at that, they actually got out of that. Yep, okay, that's what I was about to ask. I was like, okay, are they still on the same island? So yeah, bro, it's not even easy. Yeah, see, look, they're probably giant. These octopuses probably giant as fuck. Literally like multiple krakens surrounding the island. Like, what? What?
ぽいというか女だぞ。
Oh shit. Okay, what? That's what I thought too. So I was right.
ち向いて女の子だな。
無事帰ったら向こうに来てくれ。
Let's get married. What? Yo.
何やらで頭限界っす。自分バカなんで。とにかくやるべきことをまとめます。
It's so funny.
島の外周をめ
Because whenever she was getting taken away, that one guy was like, take him away. So I was like, okay, it's a boy. But no, yeah, it is a girl. That's what I thought.
突破するには2人では危険っす。共に帰る仲間も探しましょう。
Okay. So maybe they might actually group up with them and the group get bigger.
このお役目は女には荷が重い。
Bro, shut your dumbass up. Like, relax.
半分は源氏さんに賛成です。
そうですか。
I mean, yeah, she understands him to another level.
浜で初めて見た時と今のガビマルさん。
Genji was talking all that talk, but is he actually physically able to stop Gabimaru himself either? Like, I don't think so, bro.
組でなければ帰れないからかもしれませんが。
Now she's starting to like think about it. Like, okay, should I really be here? Should I go home? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like 2 or 3 people now that have told her to go the fuck home.
気分はもう大丈夫なのか。
Oh, okay. He's actually a little worried about her.
いえ、意外すぎて。
いや、わしがつけた傷のせいで虫の毒の周りが早かったんだろう。だから一応その。
Oh, he actually feels a little bit of remorse. Okay.
まあ思うところがあってな。妻と生きると決めたんだ。この役目より長い長い人生。
A long life.
ならばそれを邪魔する者からは逃げない。
Mm-hmm.
真正面から向かい撃つ。
He's got a very strong conviction now. Like, it's even stronger than it was before. Because he knew he wanted to get back to his wife, but now he knows like how he wants to go about it.
そんなこと。
あるよ。そういうことの見極めは確かだぞ。わしは里でもよく言われたよ。自分で場数を踏まなきゃ自分の強さなどわからんと。
Exactly. Like, you're still very young.
自分じゃわからんもんだな。行動してみるまでは皆同じか。
Exactly. You're not gonna really know until you're in that situation. That's why it's good to just put yourself in those uncomfortable situations, because you get used to it, bro. You're not gonna find out unless you just go, man. No matter what you're nervous about or unsure of, like, just throw yourself in there.
お気遣いありがとうございます。ですが帰りません。
See, okay, now her determination
お役目の
is
規則なら気にするな。
いいえ。
very strong now.
私の生き方に関わる問題です。
なおのことくだらん。お主は女だ。
Bro, how many times have you said you're a woman this fucking episode, bro? Genji, I'm starting to get tired of you, bro. And you're like susceptible to women too.
そう言われてきました。刀を振る女に
Folds easily
キーと嘲笑の
to seduction.
女の分際で何をしていると。
無理はしなくていい。女として生き
Yeah, not ever like really looking like not ever really proud of your daughter because they're doing something that typically a woman shouldn't be doing. That's fucked up, man.
一生つきまとうでしょう。兄弟子に歯向かう無礼と私の生き方をお許しください。
See?
私が弱く未熟であるとは承知しています。
But she's willing to learn and gain that experience, bro. Yeah, bro, they're both learning about their own goals and how they want to live their life through each other, bro. This shit is lit.
きっと男も女もあるいは立場も関係なく誰もが持つ人として当然の感情ではないでしょうか。どうかご理解ください。
Yeah, come on, Genji. Get it through your thick fucking skull, bro. She ain't leaving.
聞くに耐えんな。
What?
侍の生き方ではない。女子供は場違いだ。
Bro, he actually tried to fucking kill her or something?
それを奪うとは。
Oh, yes, please. After Genji made such an embarrassment of himself, please rock him. Yep. Thank you, bitch. See you later. Sayonara, motherfucker. Damn, and it ends right there. God damn, that was so satisfying. Thank you. I wasn't minding it as much when he was still like kind of like just like, okay, you're a woman. Like, oh, yeah, he said it a shit ton, but I was like, all right, he's gonna have to like after Sagari really like steeled her fucking like determination right there in front of him and her like her vulnerability and like produced like what she wanted to do in front of him. I was like, okay, he's got to understand now, right? But nah, he gets even stupider somehow and decides to try and attack her. Like what? So yeah, now you definitely deserve that, motherfucker. You're dead. Okay. And he might still be hungry, so there's his lunch or whatever the fuck, you know, his meal for the second day on the island. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Genji. See you later. Alrighty, guys, what another amazing episode of Hell's Paradise. That was very, very good as usual. We saw a little bit more of the group that they formed and whatnot, and Sagari finally waking up and figuring out, yeah, sure enough, it was the butterflies, but it was from their scales kind of like rubbing on her. And that just kind of like produces this kind of poison, and I guess it like puts them to sleep. It's probably the hallucinogen that Yuzahira mentioned. So sure enough, it looks like use all the information that we gather from Yuzahira is actually all credible. You know, because I was thinking, oh, it's very possible that she could have kept something to herself, you know, to have some sort of advantage still. Like still give them like a good amount of info, like 90% of it, but you have like this 10% of info that you can use to your advantage at some point if you need to. But it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like she actually, you know, dwelled everything to them. And sure enough, we start in the beginning of the episode of like pretty much her kind of having a dream, and it pretty much her whole life she's been looked at as like, okay, like you're a woman, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to become a samurai? Even her own father, she just like looks at her with disappointment. He looks at her with like disappointment, discontent, like, what are you doing? You're a woman, like you can't do this, like you should just live a woman's life. But it's like, okay, so that just sucks in her case, because it just shows that she might not ever have that like respect from him. And who gives a fuck about strangers and other people? Like, for example, like earning Genji's respect, like who gives a fuck about that guy? But like her father, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of is hard pill to swallow. Like your father will never be proud of you because of just like who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like you could become the best samurai in the fucking country and actually be the best one eligible to take over the clan, and he still would look the other way. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like, at least. Like they just can't recognize your hard work and your dedication and your goals, like what you want to become. Like it's just like superficial to them. Like it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? It's so backwards. It's really fucked up. But we can see throughout this, like that's where the episode started, where then like why she kind of started dreaming, and you know why she was pleading, like why are you looking at me like that? And so she's been dealing with this her whole life. You can just tell. And then sure enough, she wakes up and we learn like what the butterfly situation was and why she fell asleep. And they found this cavern, so they found a little bit of shelter to be able to like hunker down for a second, found some food. Gabimaru made like looks like some sort of ration type food, you know what I'm saying, for that he's probably used to making with his shinobi, that is enough to feed everybody and has the essential nutrition that you need. And so that's what they ate, and then they discussed like what they know so far. And it seems like Gabimaru's already kind of scouted the island a little bit, and it doesn't seem like there's anything promising whenever you compare it to the drawing that they were given by the shogun. It's like, okay, I don't know if this information that we got, which is very little, it's not much, it doesn't seem very credible, so I don't know if we should really be trusting this as much. And sure enough, Senta, the rank 5 Asaemon, he pretty much starts explaining like, okay, maybe we shouldn't really be trusting this stuff too much or looking at it like that. Like maybe stop paying attention to the illustration, stop paying attention to that, because then that produces this image that we're already looking for, and it doesn't let us think about like what, because it could look completely different. It doesn't have to look like that, so just forget about the illustration, put that out of your mind. Same thing with the statues. It has to do with religion, sure, and that's usually what it represents, but it could be completely something different. So instead of thinking about the religion behind the statues, start thinking about the statues themselves. Do they represent something? Are they formed and standing in a certain order for a certain way? You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of what he was getting at. So basically, like, he basically was saying, like, put all this preconceived notion stuff away and just start reacting and looking at everything with an open mind, because it's the only way we're going to learn anything new. So they went over all that information. They had a nice talk about it. And then pretty much after that, Genji was pretty much throughout the whole episode was telling Sagari, like, okay, like, you're a woman, you should go back home. Like, you're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman. It's like, oh my fucking God, shut up. But that's pretty much how that conversation started between them. And then from there, we got a little bit of a jump to Senka. I know her family name is Senka or something, or that was her tribe name. I can't remember what her actual name is, though. And the blonde guy said it so much, but it's rank 10 Asaemon and that younger dude, or girl. I thought it was a girl. I was pretty confident from what I heard in the voice actor and just kind of like the hair and whatnot. I was pretty confident it was a girl. And then pretty much in a flashback with her, seems that her tribe was taken out by people, and apparently she shoulders that responsibility and like, regrets that because for some reason it was on her. At least that's what she thinks. But in that flashback, someone said, "Oh, take him away." So I was like, "Oh, okay, it's a boy. All right, all right, true." It very well could have been. Like the voice actor isn't distinctly girl. Like it sounds like a young boy, but it could also sound like a girl, like an older girl. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Damn, okay, I guess it is a boy." And then sure enough, they're trying to leave the island. Like this Asaemon and her are like a pretty good pair. Like it seems like the best pair that we've seen yet out of the Asaemon and criminals. Like actually can like trust each other, especially after what they just went through, and want to do good for each other, which is kind of ironic. You know what I'm saying? That like the Asaemon saying, like, "Oh, I'll talk to the Shogun for you. Like, don't worry about it. Like, you're great. You're a good person. Blah blah blah." Like he's very optimistic and positive, and he actually wants to support her, which is ironic to think about. But sure enough, as they try to leave, it seems surrounding the island there's also monsters. Seems like there's a fucking huge fucking octopuses, because that's all we see is the tentacles just trying to fuck them up. Sure enough, there's like a graveyard of ships that have been trying to leave, and you can't get out. So you have to find like the right current, like luckily, and that's how you get out. But like that could take forever. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be a lot more careful. So obviously they got lucky and got out of that alive. But sure enough, they're back on the island now. But throughout that, the girl Senka, whatever her name is, she's been thinking the whole time, like, do I want to live or do I want to die? Because she like kind of like feels like she wants to die because she regrets like what happened to her tribe, and feels like she has to shoulder that responsibility, and feels bad that their whole tribe died. So she kind of feels like she needs to die to atone for that for whatever reason. And then also she like enjoys life and like enjoy those fond memories of living with her grandpa and just living life. Like, she said she wanted to go back to the mountains. And so she finally got to that conclusion thanks to the Asaemon that was trying so hard to live and protect her. And he's actually pretty talented. I thought he was going to get fucked up, but he fucked all those tentacles up, gave her a sword, and it was like, look, there's a usable bow over there. Like, let's get through this together and get the fuck back, get out of here, get back to where we need to be, or like at least a safety for a few minutes or something. And sure enough, that's exactly what they do. So they have an even closer bond now, and they seem like just two positive people, like actually just trying to live life and get out of this okay. So that's a very interesting pair. And sure enough, whenever they get back to the beach, they start fucking, cleaning themselves and stripping down to clean themselves off with all the blood and their clothes and whatnot. And sure enough, that's where she confirms she is a girl. And Asaemon starts freaking out, like, "Oh my god, turn the other way! What the fuck are you doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? But she don't see anything wrong with it. But that's where we get the confirmation. I was like, I knew she was a girl. Like, what the fuck? Like, I knew it. And then that's pretty much where we left off with them, and then we get back over to Genji being the fucking, guy he is. "Oh, you're a woman, you go home." And like, so annoying. But I think before that we got a little bit of just like them like kind of up at night, and most of them are all asleep, but the Asaemon were taking turns watching Gabimaru because he was staying awake. And sure enough, Sagari and Gabimaru have a conversation, and Gabimaru actually basically says to Sagari, like, "Are you okay?" Like, he's showing that he's worried, or that he actually gives a fuck, and that he, was showing some sort of remorse because he thought, the poison was able to enter her body easier because of the cut that he gave her. So he's showing her some remorse and just like a caring side of himself, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of like shocked her. But sure enough, he also goes on to explain like how like firm his resolve is now. Like, he knew he always wanted to be with his wife. Like, he knew that from the jump, like in the beginning of the episode, or the beginning of the show, like towards the end of episode 1. But now he actually knows of like how he wants to get there, and how he also wants to lead his life until then. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a better head on his shoulders now compared to in episode 3, where he tried to kill her because he thought it would be easier to move around and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shinobi idealism and ideology was coming out of him. He was like, you know what, it'd be easier if I could move around, so might as well just kill her. You know what I'm saying? Make it more efficient. But obviously he went through what he went through, and you know, realized again, like, your emotions are okay. Like, it's okay to not want to kill somebody, and it's about how you carry those emotions as you carry out your job or whatever, this and that, blah blah blah. So now he has an even more firm resolve on getting back to his wife and how he wants to live his life and reach that goal. You know what I'm saying? And that inspired her enough to, you know, fucking stand up to Genji and say what she had to say. And, you know, because the next morning, of course, he's like, oh, okay, I'll lead you back to the ship. I got you. We already know from seeing Senka and them and that other Simone, it's hard as fuck to leave this place. So good luck with that. She ain't leaving on her own. That's a bad idea to begin with. And I even forgot on that graveyard of ships, they saw the Simone that was talking so much shit about, you know, Chagabimaru and Sagari. I think he was rank 8 or some shit, something like that. The purple-haired kid. He was like, yeah, you know, he was only here for like an hour. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home, take a bath, put my feet up, blah, blah, blah. He's fucking dead. He's already gotten fucked up by the fucking, you know, butterflies trying to get home or whatever. And so, yeah, he's not alive anymore, or at least not, you know, regular human. And sure enough, we saw that. After hearing Gabimaru, Sagari's resolve is even more firm now. Like, they're learning through each other, like, how they want to go about their lives and reach their goals and really steal that down. Like, nah, this is what I want to do. I don't care what you think. This is what I want to do. So she says that to Genji, and she kind of, you know, it's like you'd think that get through to him, and you know, show how determined she is instead of backing down and like listening to him and kind of like looking down, like maybe he's right. You know what I'm saying? Like letting his words, like, you know, influence you. But sure enough, she doesn't, and she stands her ground, and she like kneels and, you know, I'm sorry, I know you were my senior, but at least please allow me to say this. You know what I'm saying? You'd think it'd get through to him, but sure enough, it makes him even worse for whatever reason. Like, his dumbass like pulls out his sword and actually tries to attack her, and she, I don't know how she did it, but she like caught the fucking blade and took it from him. And so that shows that I don't know if Genji's really like that at all. And then right after that, big guy that took out fucking the red-haired dude, bro, he came up behind him. I was like, yes. You need a snack? This is the guy, bro. Because I was tired of his shit. Like, I understand, like, he was fucking influenced or kept on bringing up the woman thing throughout the whole episode. I was like, all right, he's gonna switch eventually, especially after she was showing how much determination she had gained and like why she wants to do this right in front of him. I was like, all right, yeah, he's sure to flip now. But nah, he acts like a fucking idiot. I'm like, okay, yeah, nah, you can go. Like, you're dead. Like, get out of my face, bro. That shit's so stupid. So he deserves that. He got good fucking chunk beat out of him right in his chest. So, you know, he's definitely gonna die. But before that, you know, before he even actually, he's not gonna just bleed out fucking whatever the big guy's name is. He's probably gonna eat him. I mean, fuck it, dude. Another meal for the day. But yeah, all in all, another amazing episode of Hell's Paradise. Can't complain. Got a lot of info and seeing how they're, you know, holding each other. Well, Gabimaru and Sagari kind of supporting each other through their goals and what they want to accomplish and how they want to lead their lives, and then also just figuring out more about this island, and also seeing the two, you know, the Simone and the Senka girl, meeting them for the first time and seeing that they're a good pair, and then they are actually thinking about maybe teaming up with, you know, some other people that are on the island, so that kind of foreshadows that they might team up with the rest of them. So it'd be like a group of 7, and then the big guy, and then the brothers, and then the fucking Dragon Blade dude and rank 9 of Simon. So all in all, dope as fuck. I enjoyed it, and that's gonna do it for me. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like down below, comment, let me know what you guys think, subscribe for new, hit that notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.